Have you ever been bullied or seen someone get bullied before? Some part of you probably flared up and you're thinking like, hey, that's not right. That kid shouldn't be picking on that other kid. Or even if you got cut off in line, whether that's in a car or in the cafeteria, and said, hey, that's not fair. I was waiting here first. There's some part of us that senses us what's the right thing, what's the wrong thing to do in life. And when something's wrong with that, these inside feelings we get flare up. And this is actually the starting point of this book, Mere Christianity. So C.S. Lewis writes about that we all have this inner sense of how we ought to be acting, how we should be acting and how others should be acting as well. And when we break this rule of behavior, we make excuses like, I was rushing, I was hungry, I was tired. That feeling that we even are guilty in the first place means that we know we broke some rule within ourselves. We know we broke that status quo, we broke that rule. It's kind of like if you're playing basketball and someone calls a foul on you, you're going to go over to the ref and start arguing like, hey, that wasn't a foul, yes it was, blah, 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 and they start arguing, explaining that. But that whole scenario wouldn't make sense unless there was a rule that both of them knew that against traveling. Both of them knew that it was a rule and they knew that they broke it, so he was trying to make excuses and the other person tried calling him out on that. This feeling of right or wrongness, Lewis argues it's not just herd instinct, like this is what the group is doing, so we should be doing it, and that it's not just logic, like we're not just doing it because it logically makes the most sense to do. But instead, he believes that this is something that is forced upon all our psyches. This rule of behavior is something that we all have within us. And when we claim that one sense of right and wrong is more right than another, we're saying that that set of right and wrong is closer to that set of right and wrong that we all believe in. For example, in Avengers Endgame, both the Avengers and Thanos are trying to help out society in general. Avengers is doing that by protecting and helping, and Thanos wants to, wipe out half the population because he thinks that'll benefit society as a whole. And when we look at that, the Avengers are the good guys because we believe that the Avengers' set of right and wrong is closer to our set of right and wrong. And that's why they're the good guys in that scenario. If we start to wonder where this internal rule of behavior came from, two main views pop up. One, the materialist view, meaning that everything that we see, so the universe, the stars, the skies, the animals, the plants, it all came from something hitting another thing, and that explosion caused a planet to be in just the right spot where enough light, or enough water, or enough gravity was there to create life. And out of those germs and amoebas, there was enough mutation that created little mammals that were running around, and out of those mammals, enough mutation that created intelligent mammals and humans. And out of those humans, love, beauty, the sense of right and wrong all came out of this accidental formation. And that's that first view, materialist. The second view would be a creator view. So this would be that something, a mind, a force, a God, created the world and everything we see around us. And not only did this thing create everything that we live in and see, but also put in us the sense of right and wrong, the sense of morality of what a good thing is and a bad thing is. But both views are going to require faith. You have to kind of bet on that reality, that really is how it is. And the thing that kind of sucks is we can't really prove that there is a creator, because that'd be like saying you're trying to prove the architect is there by looking at the house. But the architect wouldn't be a wall or a staircase in the house. He was something that created it. It was outside of that thing that he created. But it does seem like there's a very good chance that there is a God. Tim Keller tells a story that kind of goes like this. So if you're playing Uno with another person, and that person who's dealing the cards ends up getting all sets of wild cards 5 times in a row. At the end of that gaming session, you're not going to be like, wow, man, you're really lucky. Can't believe you got all wild cards all that time. What are the chances? No, you're going to realize that something was going on behind it. And that was the reason why there was something going on behind the scenes. That's what it kind of seems like to me, like the universe that we live in. Life existing at all, consciousness, morality, feels more than just like luck. But no one can choose this for you. I would never want you to blindly take someone's word on this. Both Lewis and Keller would say that your faith is something deeply personal that you have to wrestle with on your own. No one can choose for you what you're going to believe. But I would encourage you to ask questions, dig deep, start thinking, what do I really believe? in this world that I'm living in. And no one can choose it for you. But if you want some place to start off, I would recommend with this. Ask God. Say, God, if you're real, I want to know you. Please show me. And start talking to people you trust.